I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge. I'm a lot more proud of these 7 new bookshelves that I had installed.
Hello everyone, this is Jayant here and welcome to my YouTube channel Third Opinion. Today we are going to discuss the issue of marital rape and the provisions for the same in our country. We are going to analyze the legal and social aspects which govern marital rape in India. So here we go. Marital rape means any unwanted sexual acts by a spouse or ex-spouse that is committed without the other person's consent. Such illegal sexual activity are done using force, threat of force, intimidation, or when a person is unable to consent. To find out what the law says about marital rape, we tried searching for the appropriate section on the Ministry of Law and Justice website. And for some reason, the official site couldn't pull out any record. So invariably, we had to look for other sources. Marital rape is mentioned as an exception in the section 375 of IPC. 375 deals with defining rape in India, and marital rape is covered under the exception stating that sexual intercourse by a man with his own wife, the wife not being under 15 years of age, is not rape. The irony in this situation is that the same law dictates that the legal age for marriage is 18 for women in India. Statistics by various organizations have shown that marital rape or sexual violence in marriages is very prevalent in India. Research carried out by National Family Health Survey in 2005-2006 has found that the commonest source of violence for married women was spouses. Only 1 in 4 abused women has ever sought help, and women are much less likely to seek help for sexual violence than for physical violence. A United Nations survey found out that nearly a quarter of 10,000 men questioned in 6 Asia-Pacific countries, including India, admitted to having raped a female partner. The belief that they were entitled to sex even without their partner's consent is a common motivation, the study found. Only about 6 of every 100 acts of sexual violence committed by men other than husbands actually get reported, says a report by Ashish Gupta of Rice Institute, a non-profit research organization. Most incidents of sexual violence, however, were committed by husbands of the survivors. The number of women who experienced sexual violence by husbands was 40 times the number of women who experienced sexual violence by non-intimate predators. Let's try to understand why we as a society are having a hard time accepting marital rape as a crime. I will spare you the usual marriage is a sacred institution, domestic problems should be solved internally, a woman is bound to her husband, it's against our culture, and many more like that. The most important aspect that we have to concentrate on is why marriage is seen by men as a social and legal acceptance that gives them power over the will and body of a woman. It shouldn't come as a surprise to us as dating and premarital sex is still considered as a taboo according to our society. Not that I'm advocating for that cause, but what it does is it creates a perception in the minds of young boys and men that sex is acceptable only after marriage, and they end up misinterpreting this as their right rather than it being a consensual act. So the root cause for non-acceptance of marital rape as crime has a lot to do with the way we allow our young ones to perceive and understand marriage. Soon after the horrific gang rape of December 2012, also known as Nirbhaya case, the government had set up a committee to suggest changes in the existing rape laws. The Verma Committee report clearly states that the exception for marital rape stems from the notion of marriage in which wives are treated as no more than the property of their husbands. It also sheds light on how this present law has its roots embedded in the colonial regime dating back to 1736. The Verma Committee clearly recommends the exception to be removed from 375. Not just the Verma Committee, but the 172nd Law Commission report dating back to the year 2000 also states that this exception should be deleted. The Parliamentary Standing Committee to bring in the amendments as suggested by Verma Committee ironically had only 3 female members while discussing the rape law. When the issue of marital rape was discussed, several members felt that the marital rape had the potential of destroying the institution of marriage and that such issues should be handled within the family. The ordinance and the Standing Committee did not criminalize marital rape, which is contrary to the provision of the Constitution which considers women as equal human beings who have a right to live freely and with dignity. This stand taken by the Standing Committee was also against the recommendations of Verma Committee. So as of today, marital rape is still allowed in our country even after continuous persistence by United Nations to consider it as a crime. So let's have a look at some of the other countries where marital rape is still not a crime. On a personal note, we at Third Opinion believe that rape is rape, irrespective of whether it's done within the marriage or outside of marriage. Yes, this law could be misused by some, but then that's no excuse to not consider marital rape as a crime. Because for that matter, any law could be misused by anybody at any time.
Even after that, that night, I still remember. Every night post the wedding was a nightmare for me. I was a girl who believed in pink. So I thought marriage, a husband, means like I would live a happy life, but things turned out to be different.
And what did you find would happen in the sexual relations between you and the man you were married to?
He used to get very hostile on me. I was not never allowed to say, like just to say yes, I'm okay on that as well.
If you said no to sex, he would force you.
He would never even ask my permission. So even if I'm well, I'm unwell, he used to forcefully, do all these abuses on me.
When you say force, what do you mean?
He used to beat me up. He used to put pillow on my face. He used to, insert artificial organs, bodies.
He used to insert artificial objects.
Yeah, definitely. I was at some point of time, I was in such a condition that I was not even able to walk. And then after, like it went not only once, twice, like 5 times in a night. He used to slap me, abuse me, hold me.
Okay guys, this was the analysis of marital rape and section 375 of IPC. If you feel I have missed out on something or have understood something differently, please feel free to drop that in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Third Opinion will try to bring you more such analysis in the future. Peace out guys.